Hello friends, welcome back. This was our previous lecture regarding the types of epithelial tissue, the classifications of epithelial tissue. Now I had told you I will discuss about the locations of these epithelial tissues, in which areas of the body or each type of the epithelial tissue is present. Now let us see about the location. So for the location of the epithelial tissue, to know about the location of each, we will write the type of the epithelial tissue here, right? And then we will discuss, we will show you the locations of each of the epithelial tissues. So first of all, if you are talking about the cuboidal epithelial tissues mostly, so they are, okay, let me make the shape of the cell. If you are talking about the cuboidal epithelial tissue, so such type of tissues, such type of cells of the tissue are found in your ovaries, right? Ovaries of the female, they are present there. Then they are present in the ducts of the glands, right? Such type of tissues, or you just remember that the cuboidal epithelial tissues are present in the ovaries, they are present in the ducts, and they are present in the nephrons also, right? And very importantly, they are present in the distal convoluted part of the nephron, right? So distal convoluted part of nephron, right? So they are present in ovaries of female, they are present in ducts of the glands, and then they are present in the nephrons in the distal convoluted tubule. Then the next type of epithelial tissue, right, the columnar epithelial tissues, right, like this. I'm giving you the examples of them. So the second one, these type of tissues are found in the mostly in GIT. They are present mostly in GIT. They are present in gallbladder, right? So in GIT and gallbladder, and also in some ducts of the glands, they are also found. So the cuboidal epithelial tissues are present in these areas. The columnar epithelial tissues are present mostly in GIT and gallbladder and in certain ducts. And then the remaining one, you know, that is the squamous type of epithelial tissue, mostly is found in which areas of our body? So the squamous is mostly found in the blood vessels, right? Mostly they are present in vessels. They are present in peritoneum or peritoneal cavity. They are present in alveoli, right? Your alveoli, you know, alveoli are made up of epithelial cells, and they are the squamous epithelium. And then vessels are also containing, you know, the squamous epithelial cells, and we call them the endothelial cells, right? So they are present in vessels and these areas. Next, they are present in the glomerulus. They are present in glomerulus also. So if you want to see, you can see in the glomerulus, for example, this is the glomerulus, right? So here the cells are the squamous epithelial cells, right? So they are present also in the glomerulus. So we say simple cuboidal, right? This is simple cuboidal epithelial tissues are found in ovaries and ducts and in nephron. Then simple columnar are found in the GIT, in gallbladder, and in certain ducts of the body they are also found. And then there is simple squamous, and simple squamous epithelial cells or epithelial tissues are certainly found in some areas of the body, that are the in all blood vessels. They are found in the peritoneal cavity, in alveoli, in the glomerulus, and also we should not forget that they are present in the pleural cavity also, right? So simple squamous epithelial tissue locations. Now done about the simple. Now let's come to stratified. the exact locations of these stratified epithelial tissues. So let's go for it. This was about sample. Now the second one is stratified. Right. First of all, in stratified, if you look here, the transitional epithelium, the first transitional epithelium is found where? They are found in the urinary bladder, and I have told you about its importance there in the previous lecture. I had told you. Then we know that they are present in the renal calyces, and some of them are present also in the urethra. So transitional epithelium in our body is found in the urinary bladder, in the renal calyces, and in the urethra. They are found. The next one you can see here is the number 2. If we write here, this one is keratinized. And in keratinized, which one? In our skin we have the stratified squamous keratinized epithelial tissue, and they are present in our skin, right? And skin where? They are present in the epidermis, right? So our epidermis is actually keratinized squamous stratified epithelial tissue, or we say stratified keratinized squamous epithelial tissue is the third layer of our skin, the superficial layer of the skin. So they contain this. Then there is the non-keratinized epithelium. Non-keratinized, we say non-keratinized stratified squamous, right? Non-keratinized stratified squamous, right? And this is keratinized stratified squamous, right? So they are found in which areas of the body? Mostly non-keratinized squamous epithelial, non-keratinized stratified squamous epithelium is found. They are mostly found in the esophagus, right? And then they are present in vagina, right? They are present in mouth, in the mucous membranes of the mouth, and then they are also present in vocal cords, right? So non-keratinized stratified squamous, like this. They are stratified, but the superficial layer is squamous, so we call non-keratinized stratified squamous epithelial cells or tissues are present in your esophagus, in vagina, in mouth, and vocal cords. They are also present there. The next class, we should know that they are the stratified cuboidal. This one, stratified cuboidal. So let me write here. Number 4, stratified cuboidal epithelial tissue, stratified cuboidal epithelial tissue. Such type of tissues are mostly present in your sweat glands, right? In sweat gland ducts, right? So stratified cuboidal epithelial tissue is mostly present in sweat glands ducts, right? Then the next one, the fifth one, which we should know, that is the stratified columnar. Stratified columnar is mostly found in our large ducts of the body. They are mostly found in large ducts, right? So the big ducts of the glands contain the stratified columnar epithelial tissues, right? Then there is, you should know, the pseudostratified. And I had told you that mostly they are present in which areas of the body? They are present in mostly in respiratory tract. respiratory tract. Right. So friends, this was some locations of the epithelial tissues which we should know: the simple epithelial tissues locations, simple cuboidal, simple columnar and simple squamous. Then about the stratified, transitional epithelium is present. Then there is keratinized stratified squamous epithelium is present in your skin, non-keratinized stratified squamous in these areas, and these were the locations of the epithelial tissues that we discussed right here. Now one thing before going forward which is very important, I want to tell you that about the sides of one epithelial cell. Now look carefully. If I draw here a diagram just for understanding, this is a tube, this is a duct for example, right? Or leave the duct, we say this is a part of GIT, right? GIT. Now in GIT you know that we have tubes, right? For example, here we have, in GIT we have these columnar cells, right? So if I draw here these columnar cells, look, this is a cell. Okay, let me use a different color. Like this, right? Now if you take from there one cell, look, for example, this is one cell I took from there, right? And you know that below the epithelial tissue there is a basement membrane there, right? This is the basement membrane. Now this epithelial tissue has sides. What? They have sides. What are the sides? First of all, this side which is towards the basement membrane, this is called the basal side. Basal side, right? Then this side which is towards the lumen, right? This is towards the lumen. This is called the apical side. Apical side, right? So epithelial cells, as I told you, that they have sides. How many sides? Number one, the basal side. Number two, the apical side. Number three, look carefully here, there is another epithelial cell, right? This is another epithelial cell. Now this side of the cell is in relation to this side of this cell. So we say this is the lateral side of the cell, either on this side, right? Either on this side or on that side. So these are the lateral sides of the cell. So lateral. So how many sides one epithelial cell can has? It can has the basal side, the lateral side and the apical side. Now in the next lecture, inshallah, I will discuss about the features of the epithelial cells in the basal side, that what are the structures here, features of the epithelial cells in the apical side, what are the structures here, and features of the epithelial cells in the lateral side, that what are the structures here, right? So see you guys in the next lecture. We will see all these basal side features, apical side features and the lateral side features in next coming lectures. This was about the classification of the epithelial tissue, and this is about the locations of the epithelial tissue in our body. See you guys in the next lecture. Till then, Allah Hafiz.